Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana Monet and I'm the owner and creator of Monet. So I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but we're officially back and better. So in today's video, we're gonna be discussing 5 tips to starting a candle business. So I've been in business for about 6 months now. And it's definitely been a journey. I just kind of wanted to share a few tips on how I got started and what to do and what not to do. So my first tip for you guys is to take your time and do not rush the process. I know just, with starting a business in general, like we get really excited and we want to go ahead and start, but especially with a candle business, you really want to take your time and test your product before you start selling it. When you really think about it, like we're making candles, it's a product that you're gonna sell to a customer. They're gonna go home and burn it in their house. So it could easily, if not done correctly, set your customer's house on fire, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to deal with that. So that's why we want to take our time and really test it. There's so much that goes into candle making. You want to test the wax, you want to test your wicks, you want to test your fragrance oils, the jars that you're using. Everything plays a part in it. So you really want to take your time and really just kind of enjoy the process and have fun. I mean, everyone's business is going to be different. Some people may be able to start within a few months. Someone else, it may take them a couple years. Even for like me personally, like I start with just wax melts and room sprays, and I'm still working on perfecting my candle before I add it to my product line. So definitely just take your time, and that's a good idea if you want to go ahead and get started. Maybe start with something easier, something you kind of already know that ties in with your business, but definitely just take your time and have fun. So my next tip for you guys is to find a local supplier if you can. Getting candle supplies shipped is very expensive. If you've started the process and looking at shipping costs, then you know it is not cheap. So your best bet is to find one that you can drive to, and you'll save so much. You'll save so much money. Luckily, I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so I am about 10-15 minutes away from Lone Star Candle Supply, which is a pretty popular candle supplier, and I can drive and get a bunch of my supplies from there. Starting off, that's where I would get my wax and my jars. I still get my jars from there, but I get my wax from California, which is definitely not cheap. Things like jars and wax are heavy, so they're going to be more expensive to ship. So you definitely want to research and see if you can find a supplier that's close to you, even if it's hours away. Compare the costs, because sometimes it may be cheaper to just make a bulk order and go pick up all of your supplies rather than trying to get it shipped. But I know gas prices, they're a little expensive now, so sometimes it may be cheaper to just pay the shipping, but definitely you want to try and find a local supplier. And then also, if you don't have one that is close enough for you to drive, or you can't physically, drive a couple hours to go get your supplies, I would still research and kind of see what's closest and what suppliers have the best shipping deals. I know a few suppliers will actually offer free shipping if you order a certain amount. So if you can find a supplier like that, I think what is it, Wooden Wick? Well, now they're Makesy. I think they, if you order over a certain amount, you can get free shipping. My next tip for you guys is to learn the candle math. And when I say candle math, I mean you want to learn the formulas and the calculations to calculate, how to make a candle. So how much fragrance oil you're gonna need, how much wax you're gonna need. There definitely are apps out there that you can use that you just put in how many candles you want to make, your fragrance oil percentage, tell you your exact numbers. Like I use this one. I have my iPad right here, It's called Candle Maker Calculations, and you just put in how much wax you want to make and your fragrance oil percentage, and it will calculate it for you. But you definitely still want to know the calculations and the formulas to making a candle, because if for whatever reason your app is crashing or you don't have access to your app or whatever, you want to know how to do it by paper and pencil and just a normal calculator. So it's definitely helpful to have the app, but you still want to know the basics. When I was starting out, I didn't know that there were apps that you could download that would calculate it for you, so I kind of just had to learn the hard way. But I'm happy that I know that way, because if for whatever reason, I don't have the app, then I can still be able to run my business smoothly and not have any problems. So my fourth tip for you guys is to try, if you can, to start with a wax and stick with it for a while. Now, hear me out when I say this. I don't mean you have to, just because you started with this certain wax, you have to follow out and use it for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that, but when starting off, I know, it's exciting because there's so many different types of waxes. Well, maybe exciting, it may be overwhelming. I feel like it's kind of both, but there's so many different waxes that you can use. So it's kind of hard to figure out where to start. So in my opinion, I would just say to research as much as you can, and pick a wax that you feel like kind of fits your brand and how you want your brand to be. So if you want, to go the organic route, then maybe try soy wax or, coconut. And there's so many different blends and different types. So definitely like research, see what fits your brand and try it out. The reason I say try to stick with one is because, well, for one, when you buy wax, usually the lowest I've seen that you can get is maybe 5 pounds, about 5 pounds or 10 pounds of wax. So you don't want to make one batch and then decide, oh, it didn't come out how I want it to, so I'm going to go buy a different wax, because you're going to have a bunch of different waxes and end up wasting a lot of money. So don't expect perfect candles on the first batch. About pretty much any candle maker can tell you they didn't come out with perfect candles on their first batch. So don't get discouraged just because, the wax that you chose isn't working for you at first. You definitely need to research and try different things. I started with soy wax, 464, and it has its pros and its cons. And eventually, I used it for a while, and eventually I decided, I want to try something else. But I just don't want you guys to think just because your first few batches aren't coming out right that you need to just go try a whole different wax. Like, it's definitely trial and error, and you're gonna have that with every new wax that you tried. Like when I switched over to coconut soy, I'm still troubleshooting different problems. So yeah, you basically just want to give each wax a fair chance and just try it, use it up. In my opinion, I would say might as well just use it up unless you get to a point where you're just like, I'm done, I want to try different wax, and then you can try different wax. But wax is definitely not something you want to order multiple of unless, I don't know if they have like sample packs. If I'm wrong, please let me know if they have like sample waxes you can try. But I feel like you can't really just sample a wax with just, you have to keep trying and keep trying. It's trial and error. You're probably not gonna get a perfect candle the first time with any wax. So yeah. My fifth tip for you guys, and you'll probably hear this from every candle maker, because when I first got started, I definitely did and I ignored it. And now here I am telling you guys the same thing. You don't want to overdo it with the fragrance oil samples. I know when you're starting off, you get so excited because I know me personally, like whether you're in the store at a candle supplier store or you're looking online, they have so many different fragrance oils, and you just want to try them all. And so you'll get excited and you'll start ordering a bunch because they're like, you'll be like, oh, this is $2, this is $3, like, but it adds up really quick, and you'll end up with a bunch of fragrance oils. And I'll try and insert like a clip right here of all of my leftover fragrance oils that I have no use for because I end up not liking them or not necessarily not liking them, just not wanting to use them in my collection, because some of them I just ordered, like they just sound interesting, like I just want to smell it, and so now I just have it, and you know, it's kind of a waste of money. I will say it is fun, especially at first, to make a bunch of different candles using different fragrance oils and seeing what you like and what you don't like. But definitely in the testing process, you want to kind of stick to like one fragrance oil when you're really just like testing your wax, just so you have like consistency, and you can actually compare them. It's going to be harder with different fragrance oils because that affects the candle differently. There's a lot that goes into it, but my advice, don't go crazy. Try and choose, you know, I would say probably like 3 to 5 to start off with, just because I'm not gonna say choose one, like that's no fun. It's not fun at all. But don't go crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't go crazy. If you have a store you can go to, it's a lot easier because you can actually smell the ones that you like. It's harder when you're shopping online because you're like, oh, I think I'll like this, and you get it and you don't really like it. So if you do have a store, then it's easier that way to go in the store and smell them. But if not, then try and just be cautious, because a lot of, like, I feel like when I started, and I could be wrong, but when I started, I feel like fragrance oils were like $1.50 to $2. Now I'm looking and they're like $2.99, $3, $3.50, and I feel like that's kind of expensive for just a little 1 ounce bottle. But yeah, so my phone's about to die, so I'm trying to hurry and end this video. That's all I have for you guys today. Overall, just have fun, be patient, enjoy it, enjoy the process, make the best out of it, and you know, nothing's gonna come overnight, so you definitely just have to be patient with yourself. Candle making isn't easy, or everyone would have successful candle businesses, so don't be too hard on yourself and have fun. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any video ideas or anything else you want me to do a video on, and I will happily do that for you guys. Thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Oh, follow me over on social media. I'll leave that on the screen and in the description box as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.